All right.
Would you like to get out of my way?
All right. Thanks for being here.
Oh, can I give him one last kiss?
All right. Take care of
safe.
yourself.
That's scary. Want to take a knife?
This is a scary time, but hopefully, more than likely, it's all going to turn out okay. And even if we do lose one of them or both of them, you remember that there is a hope for the resurrection. If he does not wake up, we'll still be able to see him in paradise, the way we were meant to live.
The blood does not leave the body because stay in continuity. And that's acceptable to Jehovah's Witness patient.
This is good research. Of course, ultimately, we're not talking about cells in a petri dish or a lab rat. We're talking about a young man with a family with potentially a long future ahead of him. Maybe not.
I need Russia to come here. Okay, and we're going to take it to room 6. And use whoever. Everything is single hepatic vein, portal vein, and the artery.
And, okay, perfect.
Rob, hi honey, surgery's done. Take a deep breath.
Ralph? Hi. Everything went all right, okay? Your surgery is done. Any pain? Sorry? Your back hurt? Your Thursday? Your son, we're almost done. We're going to probably finish within the next 1 or 2 hours. Okay? All right, so we'll talk to you later.
Nelson, can you give me a cable for the CVP, please?
It's a lot of flavor.
It needs?
Taste it.
She made a copy for me of the entire Schindler's List today.
Wow.
Incredible. I mean, this is the original copy. I mean, original copy, but that's
A copy of the original.
copy of the original. There you are. And this is so exciting. There are so many people in here that I know. And that's how they were saved. And I could have gotten on Schindler's List too.
He actually was being taken to Auschwitz before his train was rerouted because it was so crowded there. And he survived, so I'm not sure the exact names of the camps, but I know I'm going to visit a few of them, so I will know by the end of this trip.
How's it going?
Joseph wants to bring his Jehovah's Witness and Jewish families closer.
30 to 41.
He's taking them all to Austria and Poland, where he grew up and survived the camps.
Thank you. What about you?
I'm not going to eat.
Wer ist der Kämpfer? Meine Frau?
That's good.
Ja?
Driving license, okay. You can put it off the car.
Ja.
Es hat sich einiges geändert.
Einiges was?
Geändert.
Geändert, ja.
Es ist aber noch immer eine Kaserne.
Ja. This was the camp here. The crematorium is behind those big trees, the big chimney. This building in the back, that's where I was in that barrack, downstairs. One of the barracks here, this is where I met Jehovah's Witnesses. Nothing would shake them. They couldn't beating or torture or hanging them. We used to hang them up like this by their, arms behind on a pole, and they would stick, the bolts between their fingers hang like this, and they wouldn't give up their faith.
I still can't get over that this is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to, and this is probably one of the worst places in history.
Jehovah's Witnesses would come over here on Sunday afternoon. They would gather here and lie down and have meetings, secret meetings, Bible meetings. If they had a Bible, they would read from it. They would also pray. They stayed just in this corner here because they could not be seen from nowhere. So this was a secret place. When it was possible, they would have a walk here and talk and exchange their faith.
The Nazis offered the witnesses a deal. If they signed a document renouncing their faith, they could leave the camps for good. No other group was given this choice. Overwhelmingly, the witnesses refused.
Sometimes they felt completely lost. The pressure was so high. Yet they never gave in. Their faithfulness toward God was still there. So even if they got very low, it did not close them down on themselves.
There are many non-witness survivors who would give testimony to how the witnesses found a way of creating support, how they were able to share their bread, how they were able to help inmates and help others, how they were able to keep their dignity.
The person who understands why he suffers and for what he suffers can endure a greater amount of suffering without it destroying their self and their soul. Jehovah's Witnesses were martyrs because they had a choice. If they signed a document, they could leave the camp. If they renounced their faith, they could go free. Jews were victims, in essence, because they had no choice. The Nazis had decided that all Jewish blood was to be eliminated.
Jehovah's Witnesses were no heroes, but they had this powerful love. The idea of being like a brotherhood. I saw this in practice.
Decades after the Holocaust, Auschwitz has opened its first exhibit recognizing the experience of Jehovah's Witnesses in the camps and honoring their memory.
It's amazing to me it has so much prominence in the overall. I mean, you walk in,
really
it's
is,
right here. Yeah.
It'd be hard
to... My parents and my grandmother, my aunts and all kinds of people were taken to Auschwitz. I assume that all of them died here in the gas chamber and in the crematorium. The majority of Polish Jews died right here in Auschwitz, probably over 1 million of them.